Hey there, Gene Perry, your Chapman Stick player friend with the Freehands Academy, and I'm getting into my second week of Freehands Friday. Today is Friday, January the 12th, and today I'm talking about tuner strategy. Not so much like tuning strategy. We're going to talk about actually specifically about tuners. And so we're going to look at clip-ons, we're going to look at some pedal tuners, some special pedals that have tuners built into them, as well as kind of a proprietary solution that involves the SP2 preamp, and I'll get into the details right now. Okay, well, welcome back to another week, another session for 2024. I'm happy to be exploring some options for tuning. And I got a text came in, and I've been making reels and shorts, and I've been making videos, trying to create fresh new content for the Chapman Stick. And I missed whose name it was that suggested this. I'm hoping that you'll remind me, and hopefully in a comment. But the thought process was, what do you use for a stereo tuner? And I'm not aware of any really, tuners or pedals that are made to be stereo. Generally, tuners these days, come in many different forms. But for today, I'm going to talk about clip-on tuners. So this is like kind of a no-name brand. I can't remember. I feel bad. I don't know actually who makes this one. This is like $34. You can get these at Guitar Center. You can get them online. A better, more value, or a higher value tuner, and anyone will tell you, like the Strobe tuner by Peterson. This is a Strobo tuner, Strobo Clip HD. These are like about $70, but this is good. You can get this on the headstock of your instrument. You can tune up both sides. Is it a stereo tuner? No. Will it mute your instrument? No. You'll have to roll down the volume yourself. So still kind of like, is that a stereo tuner? No, not really. Another option is using two tuners. So actually having two polytune or two little pedal tuners on your pedal board for each side of the instrument. That would happen at the beginning of your signal chain. That sounds ridiculous, but when you consider you've got a pedal board that's 24 inches wide, which I have, my larger pedal board is 24 inches wide. So maybe it's not all that unrealistic. Is it up towards the front? Is that valuable real estate that you need to get to? It's hard to say. Maybe we overthink these things, but having two tuners is, still an option. You can also use something like a multi-effect, like an HD Stomp. So Line 6 has an HD Stomp that has a tuner built into it. A lot of these other Zoom pedals, have tuners built into it, but it's not stereo, so you don't get both sides. So on my NS board, I have a Source Audio EQ2, which is a great pedal, and has a number of different kind of, services or qualities that it has, in addition to being an EQ pedal. Actually has a built-in tuner that can be adjusted for higher or lower frequencies. So it says higher, low. I don't think it's really referring to gain so much as it's referring to the frequencies at which it operates. So ideal for guitar or bass. And that actually has, two separate processors in it. So it's actually a pretty powerful pedal. We'll get into that in another session. Anyways, the fourth option is a mixer. So I've got a Behringer here. This is a Xenix 802, right? So you can send it mono, right there, FX send, and then you've got like an FX, kind of channel here that you can turn that up. You can just send that to your tuner, right? So that will get both sides. And then on the bass and the melody side, you just give it, I kind of set it right about 12 o'clock. With this, if you're using a tuner live, just playing into powered speakers or something of that nature, that can work. If you've got an active pickup, you just need to be kind of careful of using these, these preamps as well. You have definitely a hotter signal, but you can use that on any one of the channels, right? So you send a mono send out to your pedal, and then the only thing you have to be, aware of is that you have to still mute your instrument. So that's kind of a drag. And then the last option is using this little guy. So this is on my smaller kind of my solo, the board that I use for solo gigs. I'll see if I can hold up the camera here. So here it is, right? This is a Temple Audio Duo 17. It's really not much going on there. It's really built around this Elite Acoustic Electronics, and this is something I got from David Timpton, and it's a little 4-channel mixer, and we'll get into that in a later session, but the board is kind of built around that. But in front of it is this SP2 here, and I'll see if I can get in a little closer here. Let's try this. There it is. So this is a very unique pedal, and we'll probably get into a session explicitly on this pedal in particular in the future. But for right now, it takes a TRS in here, right? So this is a TRS in, that one. Your power is right there. It's your power. And then you can actually take a TRS out, so then you split it out to your melody and bass sides, and you've got EQ on both sides, but then you can also sum it right here. So on this fourth option right here, I actually send that out to a little Polytune tuner right there. So you see up in the corner, I've got a little Polytune 3, and you'll notice that I'm not returning anything, right? I don't have to return anything. It's almost for free. So I kind of get that kind of functionality. I don't know if I picked that up from somebody else. I just kind of figured that out. And I think I figured it out on my own. What it did allow me to do is it did allow me to have the tuner always engaged. So because it's running my sound out through TRS through the other channels, it's not impacted by that mute quality. Even though you can change the tuner so it doesn't actually mute it, I didn't have to do that. So that was my kind of aha moment. And so that's kind of if you have an SP2 tuner, it's really great. Now, I use that with a passive pickup, so I use that with a stick up. So I like having that preamp. If you have something like a step about or step about 2, you've got that same type of functionality. You can use the headphone out for a tuner. That's what it's made for. So, that's as much as I have for this week. 9 new subscribers this last week, which was so great. I've made more videos this year than I did all last year. I'm excited about making new content. Certainly inspired and grateful for all the likes and the comments. Please keep them coming. And if there's stuff you want to hear about, let me know. I have enjoyed some of the feedback I've gotten on the hand health videos and the blindfolded Bach that I've been doing out there on TikTok and on Reels on Instagram. Always open to new ideas for content. Listen, thanks for tuning in. Have a great weekend and happy Free Hands Friday. Cheers.